12 by 24s, you just want to center it up. And yeah, if you want to do the back wall first, primarily because when you can be a little bit more flexible on your cuts, and then when the tile comes this way, you can't really see, you know, it's really hard to see this joint except unless you're in the shower. So in my opinion, you're better off to hide your cut mark so that when you're looking at the shower, you're not seeing that. But yeah, so order of operation, setting the floor. We set that last night so we can walk over it, do the back wall, side walls, and then you're done. I should mention, only spread thin set that you can set tile within 10 minutes. 10 minutes might even be stretching it. So if you have to take time cutting and everything, I would only do one tile at a time. And you can actually do both ways. You could just back butter the wall and then trowel the tile if you want to do it individually, if you need to take more time. But I just found that if you spread it out, then this stuff kind of skins over and then it doesn't bond well to the tile. Kind of help prevent thin set from squeezing out of the joints. Just use a margin trowel. And then we're going to put basically 4 clips per tile, because we're going to do half tiles on this one. On the sides. So you can see here, you can see how this is kind of bowing in. So this towel is kind of bowing out and coming in. So this is where that leveling clip, just put it towards the corner there. Tighten it, and then it's all nice and even there. So that's why it's so important to have these, because it's essentially pulling the tile into the thin set. Yeah, see, I just broke one, but that's nice and even. So just as long as you're not hitting each tile to create any lippage, you should be good. Now technically I'd have to pull all these out and put another clip in there, but it's all good. So just as long as you can feel it and you're good. The old days, you didn't have these clips and you always had to feel and pull the towel off, put a little bit more thin set behind it, fight it, try to get it to work. That's where these things are just exceptional. And I really like the T-lock because they're so strong. I'm able to put a ton of pressure on. They rarely break. I don't know why that one broke, but typically they don't break. All right, so then we got 5.5. We'll go like 5 3/8, 5 1/4. It's not a bad idea to bring your laser up too and ensure that it all looks good. You can always add a little spacer. Everything looks pretty good. check this again, make sure that we're getting the thin set coverage we need. So when you see it all suctioning off like that, that's kind of what you want it to look like. A little bare spot here just because I used that trowel on there, but as long as you get like majority of it suctioning off like that, you're in good shape. I tell you what, I do miss using 12 by 24. Is it really?
It's so easy.
It goes fast and easy, and minimal grout joints. So I mean, it's gonna be a long-lasting shower. I mean, compared to those herringbone or subway tile, it's like you know, as much work as out there, I would just stick with an easy waterproofing system and an easy house to fix, and then do easy tile work and make a lot of money. I mean, you can get really efficient at this. You know, the more intricate it gets, the more time it takes, usually the less money you make.
But the prettier it is.
And yeah, I agree. It's a cool nice portfolio. Pretty much a full tile, close enough. No one will notice the difference there.
Perfect.
I'm just going to cut it with the grinder. I'll tell you what, this is a lot. This is pretty big. I'm just going to cut it in half rather than fighting it. One piece fell off there, it's all right. Okay, perfect. Now it's all nice and even with the tile. Let's get the other piece up. slide up underneath of there. Probably just a full tile, but I don't even have to cut the top. All right, I'm gonna get some of this thinset off of there so that we can cut this. It's gonna make a mess. All right, so the way I'm gonna cut this, I got a 1/2 inch piece of plywood that makes it even with the tile. So I'm just gonna use this as my cut mark. Yep, that'll work. I'm gonna trowel the back of this rather than troweling that wall. Yeah, I like that look. Much better than caulking that, letting that slide up through. And if I really wanted to, I could put a little bit of clear silicone right there, and you won't even notice it. So pretty easy. You set yourself up the night before with that mosaic. That really helps keep that all in line with one another. Really helps keep it all even with it, because by the time you put all the thinset behind this, you have to build out in most circumstances, unless your border's thicker than the actual tile. But this tile is all the same thickness. So, but yeah, so then after lunch we'll do this side, and then the third day, or right, actually this is day 3. So day 4 we'll finish off this difficult plumbing wall and the curb, and then day 5 we can grout. So, it's a 5-day shower. I mean, that's definitely what I would account. 5 days plus another day for shower doors. That's typically what I try to account. But you never know what you're getting in with plumbing. So, you really do need to schedule out 6-7 days for a normal tub to shower conversion.
You said 6, 7. Yeah, no, it's so perfect. You don't have to put anything in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. All right, I'll just clean up and then we'll eat lunch, and then